Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, November 17th, 2022, and we are about to do an in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now, based on my current location, which is in New Mexico. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and an AstroVed astrologer. And I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has explained that the planets and stars do have impact on our thoughts and our actions. And he has said they are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with all of them. And in doing this puja, we are invoking the light beings associated with the planets, the stars, the archetypes that rule the stars, the planets that rule the stars, and the planets that rule the zodiac signs that have planets in them today. To do the puja, I'm using a South Indian style layout of the chart. I've drawn it in chalk on a chalkboard on a side table, and I'll be using that blackboard version of the chart for doing the puja. You're welcome to do the puja, or you're welcome to just listen to the sounds. Dr. Pillai has said the names of all of these divine beings is in and of itself a quantum sound or a mantra. And even just listening to these sounds helps take us into a higher state of consciousness. So however you're participating, welcome. Happy to have you here. To help me with the puja, I also have, in addition to the blackboard chart, I have a container of water, a lit tea light, a bell, a hand fan, and a bowl of fresh flower petals. The flower petals today are yellow in honor of Jupiter, the planet that rules Thursday. The first thing I'm going to do is dip the ring finger of my right hand in the water a few times and put some drops of water on all four sides of the blackboard chart, put a few drops of water on top of my own head, and send a few drops of water out into space towards all of you, so that whether you're watching it live or watching it later on a replay, we're all participating in it with a sense of being purified a bit with the water. Water has a tremendous purifying energy. The next thing we're going to do is invoke Ganesha, the archetype or the angel who removes obstacles. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja, and to remove all obstacles from our day or our evening. And we thank him for his help with this. Now I'm going to do a short Tamil chant, asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. mikave. Asura nalla nalla, ave nalla nalla, atiyar arvarku mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us, and we thank Sayana Samundar for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we start with honoring the various time elements that are active right now in the local area. Today is Thursday, ruled by Jupiter. I'm going to put a flower petal on top of Jupiter on my Blackboard chart every time I'm saying the word Namaha, as I invoke him for and honor him for ruling the day. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Flowers have tremendous purity, and this is why if we hold them when we're chanting a mantra or doing a prayer, they have the ability to take those sounds right into the realm of the causal plane and update our Akashic record. This is why flowers are used in so many traditions, in various rituals and offerings. Now, we invoke the star that the moon is in. The moment the moon is in the star Purva Phalguni, this happens to be my birth star, so this is a good day for me. So we honor Purva Phalguni star, and I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Purva Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Purva Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Purva Phalgunaye Namaha. Now we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase, the moment we are in the 9th waning moon, which is called Navami in Sanskrit. Dr. Pillai said we would use the Sanskrit name of the moon phase, followed by the word Devi, to invoke the light being associated with the moon phase. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Navami Devye Namaha. Om Navami Devye Namaha. Om Navami Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules the hour. At the moment, it's Mars ruling the hour in my local area. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the yoga and the karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these time elements, we would not use flower petals. We would just say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Indra, which has energies of leadership. Indra, Indra, Indra. And the karana that's active right now is one called Taitula, which has energies that are steady. Taitula, Taitula, Taitula. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. Dr. Pillai said for this part of the puja, we would always start with whatever sign is the ascendant sign, or the sign coming up on the eastern horizon in the local area, represented here with the AC for ascendant. This is the sign of Scorpio. He said we would consider what is the planet that rules the ascendant sign. In this case, that's Mars. And that would make the first planet that we would start to honor, the ruler of the ascendant sign. I will put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now, starting with the ascendant sign, we're going to honor all of the planets in their turn as we go in a clockwise direction around the chart, stopping in at each sign that has 1 or more planets in it. Today, Scorpio contains the Sun, Mercury, and Venus. We start with honoring the Sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. The sun is in a star called Vishaka, a star of victory and triumph. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Vishaka star is ruled by a pair of archetypes, Indra and Agni. Indra can give blessings for leadership and courage, and Agni can give blessings for transformation and purification. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Indra Agnihe Namaha. Om Indra Agnihe Namaha. Om Indra Agnihe Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Vishaka star, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we're going to honor Mercury, and he and Venus are in the same star, so I'm going to invoke both of them, Mercury and Venus, before I invoke the star. We start with Mercury, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Next, we honor Venus, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Mercury and Venus are both in a star called Anuradha. This is a star of friendship and prosperity. This star is the birth star of both Lakshmi and Vishvamitra, the sage who gave the Brazi sound to Dr. Pillai. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals across both Venus and Mercury. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Anuradha star is ruled by Mitra, a form of the sun in which he is the universal friend of everyone. We honor Mitra, and I put the flower petals across Mercury and Venus. Om Mitraye Namaha. Om Mitraye Namaha. Om Mitraye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Anuradha's star, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishika, or Scorpio, the most occult of all of the zodiac signs, today containing the sun, which is our soul, and also a planet so important for our health and so important for our self-esteem. And Mercury, planet of communication, but also the planet that helps us with our sense of humor. And Venus, planet of happiness, diplomacy, love of material plane comforts. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, going in a clockwise direction from the ascendant, the next Rasi or sign that has a planet in it is Makara, or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto and Saturn. We start with honoring Pluto. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in the star Uttara Ashada, a star that can give blessings for long-lasting success. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Uttarshada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarshada's star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor Saturn for being in Capricorn. I put the flower petals on him. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Dhanishta, a star of prosperity, music, good reputation. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule different spheres of existence. Sometimes artists portray the 8 of them standing in a circle, holding hands. It's a beautiful image. We ask for blessings from all 8 of them, and I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Now we honor Saturn for ruling Capricorn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities. Today, containing Pluto, a planet that can help us with rationality and science, and Saturn, a planet that can help us with patience, perseverance, structure, and compassion. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Continuing in a clockwise direction, the next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains Neptune, who is retrograde. When planets are retrograde, they are extra powerful. We honor Neptune, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purvabhadrapada, a star that can help with work, with charity, and with purification. We put the flower petals on Purvabhadrapada on Neptune. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us to experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on him. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, the most humanitarian and service-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that can help us with our intuition and with our ability to understand our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Jupiter, who is retrograde. We honor Jupiter, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Uttara Bhadrapada. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can help us with business development. We ask for blessings from this star, and I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by an archetype called Ayurbundia. Among other things, he can help to guard treasures and valuables. We ask him to protect our treasures and our valuables, as well as our treasure, that is the earth itself. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Ayurbundiaye Namaha. Om Ayurbundiaye Namaha. Om Ayurbundiaye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Uttara Bhadrapada star, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. That today, Meena or Pisces, the most metaphysical and transcendental of all the zodiac signs, today contains Jupiter, a planet that can help us with spirituality in every way, and also can help us with wealth and with anything related to banking or anything related to legal matters. We pause for a moment and reflect on all of this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Misha or Aries, which today contains Rahu and also Uranus, who is retrograde. Both of those planets are in the same star, so I'm going to honor both the planets before I invoke the star. We start with Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor Uranus, who is retrograde. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Rahu and Uranus are both in a star called Bharani, a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or energy or power. I put the flower petals across Rahu and Uranus. Om Varnihe Namaha. Om Varnihe Namaha. Om Varnihe Namaha. Varni star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. Om Yamahe Namaha. Om Yamahe Namaha. Om Yamahe Namaha. Varni star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha, or Aries, a fire sign with very active energy, today containing Rahu, a planet that can help us to think outside the box, and also a planet that can help us make friends with new technologies and other innovative thinking. And Uranus, a planet that can help with success in life, higher intelligence, and also help us with astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Vrishabha, or Taurus, which today contains Mars, who is retrograde. We honor Mars, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Mrgashira, a star that can activate curiosity within us so that we can be willing to try new things. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Mrgashira star is ruled by Soma, a liquefied form of the moon, in which he is a divine nectar, nectar of immortality called Amrita. We honor Soma, and I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Mrgashira star, which is Mars. Again, I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha, or Taurus, an earth sign with very grounded energies, and also a luxury-loving sign, today containing Mars, a planet that likes to take practical action to solve problems when they can be solved. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Simha, or Leo, which today contains the moon. We honor the moon, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in a star called Purva Phalguni. This is a star of material prosperity, relationship energy, and also a star that activates energies for rest and relaxation, sometimes called the party star. We put the flower petals on the moon. Om Purvapagunaye Namaha. Om Purvapagunaye Namaha. Om Purvapagunaye Namaha. Purvapaguni star is ruled by Bhagya, an archetype of good fortune. Om Bhagyaye Namaha. Om Bhagyaye Namaha. Om Bhagyaye Namaha. Purvapaguni star is ruled by Venus. We put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Leo, which is the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Simha or Leo, a zodiac sign filled with energy of power and leadership, today containing the moon, which is our mind and our emotions, also the planet of receptivity to light. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. We honor Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati. This is a star that has energy for independence and also sometimes restlessness. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, the archetype who rules the air element, the wind. He's also the father of Hanuman. We honor Vayu, and I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave, Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign with energies for balance, fairness, harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I'm taking a lit tea light and I'm holding it above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and has all the little piles of flower petals that we've offered. And in the air, I'm circling the tea light around the chart in a clockwise direction 3 times, offering the element of light to all of the divine beings that we have just invoked. Now, I'm taking a hand fan to offer the element of air and waving that 3 times around the chart in a clockwise direction in the air. And now I'm going to use a bell to offer the element of sound. Now I make prayer hands and make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us and our families and our friends and our neighbors and our colleagues and our communities and our homes and our workplaces and our schools, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I pray for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I pray for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. I offer you my life, O eternity, such as it is, and I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute. And then if you want to post questions in the chat, I'll do my best to answer them. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all very much for being here. I truly appreciate your participation, your support. We have a bit of time right now. If you have questions, you're welcome to post them in the chat, and I will do my best to try to answer them. Someone is asking, is it a stellium in Scorpion with 4 signs? We didn't have 4 planets in Scorpio today. A stellium is when there's like 4 more planets. It's a bunch of planets, but today we only had 3 planets in Scorpio. That AC just means it's the ascendant sign, but we only had 3 planets in it, the Sun and Mercury and Venus. So I wouldn't really call that a stellium. I look at stellium as more like 4 or perhaps more planets in a sign. So I don't think we had any stelliums today. But that AC just stands for, that's the ascendant sign. It's not a planet in Scorpio. It's just the ascendant sign this morning in my local area, the planet coming up on the eastern horizon. Nina is saying, oh, yay, I'm so glad I got to watch the puja today. Oh, happy to have you here, Dorina. Happy to have you here. Lovely. Lovely. All right. Any other questions today in the chat? Indra's saying, thank you for your teaching, wishes, and love. Peace to all. Happy to have you here, Ingrid. Happy to have people here that I know are in different states, different countries, and different continents. We're spread out across the world. It may be a small group, but it's lovely to feel the unity of people coming together across the planet to honor the planets and to go deeper into these teachings from Dr. Pillai. Beautiful. So we love it when you hit the like button and when you subscribe to the channel, because this helps the channel to grow. It is Dr. Pillai's sincere wish for Religion of Religions channel to continue to grow. And we encourage you to check out the other programs on this channel. It has several programs that are daily, some that are just weekly. And you may enjoy some of these, even just listening to them in the background while you're doing other things, maybe folding the laundry, making the bed, etc. So Melissa's saying, welcome back to your new home, Swamini. Yes, I'm very happy to now be back in New Mexico on a permanent basis. Very, very happy to be here. This is an environment that suits me well. I feel very comfortable here. And the vistas here in this area are just amazing. Got mountains to look at, desert to look at, etc. It's just quite beautiful. And there's a lot of spiritual energy in the land. This is a land where people have lived for thousands of years, the native people, and have done their worship of their archetypes and teachers and light beings. And so there's a kind of a tremendously beautiful spiritual vortex in this area. I feel very blessed to be living here and doing puja and doing fire ceremonies here. Very happy about it. All righty. Not seeing any more questions this morning, which is fine. You don't have to have a question every day. It's just want to give you the opportunity if a question pops in that we can try to answer it. So I'm going to go ahead right now and we'll close out for today. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all. Thank you again for being here. Evelyn is saying, Mexican car given away now. Oh, Evelyn, I gave away the car that I had in Florida to my housemate. I had already purchased a used car in New Mexico and gotten that license. So for a little bit, I had two cars, one here in New Mexico and one in Florida. The Florida car I gave away to my housemate, whose car had broken down, and she was so happy to get a car. And then now I'm driving the used car that I brought here in New Mexico, which I like. New Mexico is a state in the United States. I'm not in the country of Mexico. I'm in the state of New Mexico, which is in the United States. So my car situation, my vehicle situation has been handled very well. And I'm very much liking the car that I have at the moment. It suits me, does very well. All right. Thank you for asking. Wishing you all a beautiful day or a beautiful evening. I'll go ahead and let the video close out. See you again tomorrow. Namaste.